So today we're going to be talking about food and mindset, using our conscious mind to understand, to think of things differently and to question authority, right? Other people's authority, our own authority, to be able to question authority in a constructive way is super powerful. So I came across this article many years ago. It's called "No Food is Healthy, Not Even Kale." And I was like, what? What do you mean? Of course, food is healthy. I mean, I have a master's in health education, specializing in nutrition. Like, of course, there's food that's healthy. Come on, man. What are you talking about? So I had to dive deep into it. In fact, this is one of the articles that I teach at my high school class. I teach foods and nutrition at high school as well. And it's always profound to hear students' response to this as the author kind of guides you through. So I'm just going to read it to you because it's that awesome. I also put the link there if you prefer to read on your own. That's totally fine. So, okay, here's the article here written by Michael Ruhlman. It says, not long ago, I watched a woman set a carton of Land O'Lakes fat-free half and half on the conveyor belt at the supermarket. Can I ask you why you're buying fat-free half and half? I said. Half and half is defined by its fat content, about 10% more than milk, less than cream. Well, because it's fat-free, the woman responded. Well, do you know what they replaced the fat with? I asked. She said, then lifted up the carton and read the second ingredient on the label after skim milk, and it said corn syrup. She frowned at me, then set the carton back on the conveyor belt to be scanned along with the rest of her groceries. The woman apparently hadn't even thought to ask herself that question, but had instead accepted the common belief that fat, an essential part of our diet, should be avoided wherever possible. Then again, why should she question it? Given that we allow food companies, advertisers, and food researchers to do our thinking for us. In the late 1970s, no one questioned whether eggs were really the heart attack risk nutritionists told us about. Now, of course, now eggs have become such a cherished food that many people raise their own laying hens. Such examples of food confusion and misinformation abound. Quote, this country will never have a healthy food supply, said Harry Blazer, an NPD group analyst in a gleeful clinic when it comes to the American food shopper. He says, never, because the moment something becomes popular, someone will find a reason why it's not healthy. Here, Blazer used the most dangerous term of all, healthy. We are told by everyone from doctors and nutritionists to food magazines and newspapers to eat healthy food. We take for granted that a kale salad is healthy and that a Big Mac with fries is not. But I submit to you that your beloved kale salads are not, quote, healthy. And we are confusing ourselves by believing that they are. They are not healthy. They are nutritious. They may be delicious when prepared well, and the kale salad itself, while in the ground, may have been a healthy crop, but the kale on your plate is not healthy. And to describe it as such obscures what is most important about the kale salad, that it's packed with nutrients that your body needs. But this is not strictly about nomenclature. If all you ate was kale, you would become sick. Nomenclature rather shows us where to begin. Healthy is a bankrupt word, Roxanne Sokol, preventative medicine specialist at the Cleveland Clinic, medical director of the Wellness Enterprise, and a nutrition autodidactic. They didn't teach us anything about nutrition in medical school, she says. She told me that as we strolled the aisle of a grocery store, our food isn't healthy. We are healthy. Our food is nutritious. I'm all about the words. Words are the key to giving people the tools that they need to figure out what to eat. Everyone is so confused. Last March, the Food and Drug Administration sent the nut bar maker Kind a letter saying their use of the word, quote, healthy on their packaging was a violation. It had too much fat in the almonds. Kind responded with a citizen's petition asking the FDA to reevaluate its definition of the word. If I may rephrase the doctor's words, our food is not healthy. We will be healthy if we eat nutritious foods. Words matter. And those that we apply to food matter more than ever. Kraft cheese slices cannot be called cheese, but must be labeled cheese food or a cheese product. Pringles cannot be called chips, but rather crisps. Yet packaged foods can be labeled natural, they're all natural. And what exactly does that even mean? What's the difference between the two anyway? With very little regulation. Here is a word we think we understand. Protein. It's good, right? Builds muscles and strong joints. And yet that's why that there are protein shakes are $1 billion business. Yet pork cracklings, which I don't even know if I've ever had those, do not have a positive connotation whatsoever. So given the infinitely malleable language of food, it's no wonder American food shoppers are confused. And what is mechanically separated meat anyway? It's a standard ingredient in turkey bacon and chicken sausages and chicken nuggets popularized by our low-fat love. Did you know what it is? A grocery store owner asked me. They basically put poultry carcasses in a giant salad spinner. Whatever winds up on the walls of the spinner, in addition to meat, bits of cartilage, yay, protein, nerves, vessels, bone fragments, it's all scraped off and added to the mixing bowl, mechanically separated meat. It engages our imagination only when someone attaches new words to it, such as pink slime. Refined as another critical food word. Generally, to be refined means elegant, cultured in appearance, manner, or taste, or with impurities removed. Yet, that is what food companies have been calling wheat, from which the germ and bran have been removed, leaving what is in effect pure starch, devoid of fiber, oils, iron, and vitamins that actually make the wheat nutritious. That's not refined, so cool said, that's stripped. Flour stripped of the nutrition that makes it actually valuable to our bodies, but it reduces the shelf life. And because it's been stripped, we must then enrich it. Enriched or fortified, it's good, right? To make rich, to make strong. Food companies added the iron they took out during the refining process, but not actually enough of what we needed. It wasn't the right amount. Refined flour, this resulted in B vitamin and iron deficiencies. Sokol said, so they added vitamins and iron. And what do they call that? Enriched or fortified. But they forgot to add folate and vitamin B9 until the 1990s. What we don't know, Sokol said, is how those additions, not to mention the diglycerides, the sulfates, combined with the lack of fiber, will affect our metabolism in the long run. So far, she said, it's resulted in diabetes and metabolic syndrome. We will be healthy if we eat nutritious foods. Our food is either nutritious or not. We are healthy or we are not. And if we eat nutritious food, we may enhance what health we possess. This is not a judgment on what you choose to eat. If you hunger for a cheese product grilled between bread that's been stripped of its nutrition, along with a bowl of Campbell's soup, made with tomato paste, corn syrup, and potassium chloride, then fine. It was one of my favorite childhood meals. Just be aware. Buy fat-free half and half if that's what you like. Just know what you are doing and what you're putting in your body and why. Because, and this is the judgment call, fat isn't bad, stupid is bad. And until we have better information and clearer shared language defining our food, smart choices will be ever harder to make. Woo! Ladies, isn't that a great article? And I would like to take it a little bit of a step further because the word food is also really powerful and really interesting. If you look it up, it says that food is a nutritious substance, eat or drink, to help maintain life and growth of the organism. Therefore, when we begin to think about, oh, I don't know, a ding dong or a Pop-Tart or a donut or a ho-ho or whatever, right? To think of these things as actually food, things that are devoid of the nutrients that our body needs for growth and maintenance. There are 6 essential nutrients: vitamins, minerals, water, carbohydrates, fat, protein. That's it, right? And when you eat things that have nutritional value that haven't been taken apart and then supplements added to them the way that nature designed it, right? And it's got the perfect combination of everything that our body needs, then we get to feel good. We get to be healthy. That's actually food. So when people tell me that, I'm overweight, I'm sick, my clothes don't fit, I've gone on all these medications, I've got all of these issues, and food is my problem, I am going to really strongly encourage you to change the way that you're thinking about it, because food isn't the problem. Fresh, alive, and vibrant food, the produce aisle, right, is not the problem. We don't have a food addiction. We have a processed, chemical laden, mechanically separated, fortified issue. And you know what? It's not our freaking fault. Gosh darn it, it's not your fault. Our body changes the way that it functions when we put that stuff in it. And we've been putting it in it for a really long time. And over the course of generations, our body has become more and more sensitive to the environment and what we're putting in there. So the good news is we still have farmers markets. We still have gardens. The sun still shines. You've got a little plot of land. I'm sure you can grow a little something, a pot of something, and start growing some herbs and seasonings and spices, things that are fresh and alive and vibrant, so that you can begin to, and continue to, I know that you already do, that we can continue to be intentional about putting food, right? Food is a nutritious substance. Remember, those things that we get at the at the fast food place, those things that come in the packages and the cartons and the bags and the containers, oftentimes are not food. There is a difference. Okay, no food is healthy, not even kale. Woo! That's a good one, you guys. This is a really good, powerful one. I love you so much. It is my absolute passion and purpose and mission that every woman feel comfortable and confident in her body, that she feels good in her clothes or without clothes, whatever suits your fancy. So if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below or message me privately. I would be more than happy to answer your questions and support you in any way that I can, because you deserve it. You deserve to feel amazing in your body, here and here. All right. I love you. I'll see you later.